Ladies and gentlemen, please will you place the eye masks provided over your eyes for this journey into your imagination. In the days where myths roamed the earth, creativity was never thought to be something that any person owned, but instead was thought to be a force of nature, granting you magical powers, and then would leave. As humans, we have come very far since then.
The white zone is for immediate loading.
In a world full of rules and regulations, we have always found the freedom to think and dream. This is a defining piece of human nature. Our ability to invent, create, and imagine our dreams as they ripple through our brains. That is the start of the creative journey. A magical moment when thoughts and ideas come to life. We all have this unique human talent to be creative. Some choose a pencil and paper. An artist uses colors. Musicians share through beats and harmonies. Dancers interpret through movement and flow. And innovation finds its way into our lives through technology. If you just listen closely, your imagination will reply. Ladies and gentlemen, you can now remove your eye masks as you continue on this journey visually. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for this evening, one of South Africa's leading creative specialists, Zoraida Jardine.
Thank you very much. A very good evening to you all, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to our honored guests. And then also a special hello to the folks that are watching us streaming live right now on Facebook. Hello. My name is Zoraida Jardine, and I will be your MC tonight for the Samsung Galaxy Note World Tour right here in Cape Town. Now, from the very beginning of time, man has always had a desire and a need to share our ideas and to express that unique expression of human existence. It's the fundamental reason for our creativity. And whether you are inspired by the seemingly ordinary, or you dream things that never were, there is potential for creative expression in every single moment. And technology is now central to facilitating that. And the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 is the culmination of that symbiotic relationship between inventing that technology and then employing that to become ever more creative and innovative. Ladies and gents, you have spoken, we have listened, and soon it will be time to see. But before we do that, I would like to welcome on stage the CEO and President of Samsung Electronics Africa, Mr. K.K. Park.
Thank you, Zoraida.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Good evening, everyone. I'm excited to welcome you, Samsung Galaxy World Tour. I'm also excited to see Africa has become second largest mobile market in the world after China. And furthermore, it is the fastest growing market in the world too. Samsung has played a role in leading in this growth with Galaxy range. I believe Samsung Galaxy has become Africa's largest smartphone brand, and it also becomes, indeed, an iconic smart brand all across Africa. A Galaxy is endless. It has no beginning and no ends. It is a place filled with the new and undiscovered. It's a place of breaking dawns, new frontiers, and infinite possibilities. The Galaxy Note 2 builds on the legacy and innovation of our very successful, the first series of the Galaxy Note 1, which gives the users, for the first time, the creative freedom of a tablet with the powerful mobility of a premium smartphones. When we unveiled Note 2 in Berlin, August 29 this year, we said it is going to be available within 2 months' time in 129 countries with 260 partners all across the world. Today, we are here to launch the Galaxy Note 2, the world's best smartphone. Do it all, see it all, play it all at once. There is absolutely no doubt that right now, Galaxy Note 2 is the most powerful smartphone ever available in the marketplace. It is designed to help the people freely express their limitless talent and inner creativity. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us tonight, and let's explore more creative lifestyles that you can create yourself with Galaxy Note in your hand. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Ferreira, the COO of Samsung Electronics Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Samsung Galaxy Note 2. And welcome to So it's really great to be here in the city of Cape Town. So let me thank every one of you for being here tonight. Let me thank the media that I just spent the last 2 hours with, from across Africa, to the folk from East Africa, West Africa, the French-speaking, the Portuguese-speaking, the English-speaking, and to all our partners and guests that are here today. Thank you for making it. It's fantastic to see the Samsung Galaxy Note World Tour come to this continent. And it's for that we've invited you here, to share this with us and with yourselves. And for those that are busy tweeting now, start tweeting, because we want the world to know that we are launching this great product in Africa. It also allows us, and allows me, to kind of share a little bit with you, what are we doing around innovation of our products and our technology? What are we doing as Samsung in Africa, across especially the mobile technology? How are we taking it to market, and how are we interacting with our partners? Because there is no doubt that mobile is growing fast, and it's changing the landscape that we see both locally, globally, and the way that we communicate with one another. Mobility is accelerating the way the world moves today. And I think it's actually outpacing the way the world moves today. Let's look at Africa for now. Back in 2005, there were just 90 million handsets on this continent. Up until last year, you're looking at 450 million handsets. That gives you about a rough equation of 500% growth, around 80% year on year. And now, 50% of all internet users are accessing the internet using a smart device, whether it be a smartphone, a tablet, and the Note 2 is just a fantastic product to do that, especially for those that like to see more product on the screen. I'd like to do an exercise quickly. All those that own a device, regardless of device, but a phone, a mobile device, please raise your hands. All those that own a phone. If you don't raise your hand, I'm going to ask you in which planet you're living. So everybody's got one. No, keep it up. Keep it up, because I want you to see something. Now I'm going to ask you, all those that own a smart phone device, lower your arms. Lower your hands, please. Look around. And that will set the trend. Look around. You are the privileged few, but this will set the trend for my discussion in the next 2 or 3 minutes. We are moving to the smartphone era, and we are there now. And Samsung, we want to position ourselves as the #1 smartphone trendsetter on this continent. So in the past, we've been with the ultra low, then we had a touch at a feature phone, but today, we're into the smartphone, and that's where we're going. From the most affordable under the Build for Africa initiative that we have at Samsung, with the Galaxy Pocket that's doing great, to the most premium product like the S3 and the Galaxy Note that we've just launched. And the growth that we've experienced will continue for the years to come. And how do we do this growth? This growth is all about smart partnerships, if I can say that. Smart partnerships with the operators. There's a lot of you over here from East Africa, West Africa, locally in South Africa, to the distributors that are in the audience, to the retail partners, to the brand shop owners, to the wholesalers, to the retailers. All of you that are here today are partners of Samsung, and I really want to thank you for that. And we will continue making sure that we partner even closer as we build our business going forward. Mobile technology, understand it's becoming the cornerstone of technology. It's impacting the healthcare, agriculture, and mobile banking has just given access to millions of consumers for the very first time. From mHealth to mCommerce to mLearning, the possibilities on the mobile device are infinitive, as you heard previously. The way the government will start talking to us as citizens of Africa will be through smart devices. I don't think we'll have to see it anymore on papers and that in the future. It'll be through smart devices. So, let me make a statement now. The Samsung Galaxy Note 2 is the perfect device to continue making sure that we adapt to the way that the technology is leading on this continent. With our new device, it will give users the premium experience that they want, and also make sure that it caters for the security, as there's a lot of enterprise customers out there that are looking at devices that will start making sure that it fits into their enterprise space, but security is key. And our team is working very hard in making sure that our devices are very secure. So, how are we growing as a company in Africa? Making sure that we bring the best of breed technology that we as a corporate to this continent, and that you as our partners in the audience take it out there and share it widely. In summary, let me start saying that I'm excited about this product. It will bring this whole new era of how to interact with a smart device, and it's going to cater for so many people out there, and you're the ones going to take it to them. So, thank you very much for being with us. I look forward to interacting with you later on, and I can't wait for you guys to go and have a look at what we've got installed for you in the room next door. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sharing this moment with us. It's magic. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to look closely at what? really makes the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 that extra special. And to guide us through this, we've got Craig Fleischer, the Director of Mobile Samsung Electronics, South Africa. Warm round of applause, please.
Wow, thanks, Zareda.
Good evening, Craig. Thanks
Hi.
for being here.
Cheers, it's great. Wow, what a turnout this evening. And I'd like to welcome you all to this beautiful city of Cape Town.
Okay, so let's get started. Tell us about the origins of the Note and then some of the key features that we have right now.
Well, sure, Zareda. I think when we introduced this form factor last year, you know, a lot of people were asking, well, what is about that massive screen and the stylus? You know, why do you need a pen as an input device? We were really thinking that the pen has always played a pivotal role in creativity and innovation. You know, the great people of our time, the architects, the writers, the innovators, they all use pens as we do today. You know, the pen is so much more than an implement for writing. It's really a conduit for creativity. When you hold it in your hand, things start to happen. Ideas start to flow, and thoughts start to take shape. You know, I personally believe that each and every one of us have an inside of us that inherent creativity spark. And here is a device that can really bring that to the fore. With a wide screen and this innovative pen, the Note nurtures creativity and it makes it portable and effortless. You know, it really lives up to our slogan, be creative.
And we all know that when technology meets creativity, you can have a device that can literally enhance your life. So that was some of the changes. Talk us through some of the features on the Galaxy Note 2.
Well, the first thing I'd like to point out is something that you can't actually see. It's the operating system. It currently runs on Android's latest Jelly Bean 4.1, and you won't find a smoother, more powerful or customizable operating system on the market today. It really just isn't a smarter device, it's a smarter phone.
In what way?
Well, you know, for one thing, the Galaxy Note 2 supports market trends that are happening around the world. So it will be available in 3G and LTE derivatives and support all frequencies on multiple carriers around the world. Yes, give us a round of applause for that. And at Samsung, we call this multiple carrier communication, and it really ensures that you get ultra-fast data speeds wherever you go. Now, we know that LTE isn't yet as widespread in Africa, but as you know, there's been a lot of movement in the marketplace, and we're working with our operator partners to make this a reality for all of you.
Great. So we've got Jelly Bean, and we're on the right wavelength. But tell me about the pen, because we've seen pens in other devices before. So what makes this one so special?
Well, Zareda, you know, a lot of people say that the pen is mightier than the sword. Well, the S Pen is mightier than the pen.
Okay.
It's not just like the real thing, it's actually even better. So, you know, I was on the plane the other day making some notes for this presentation, and I was just so surprised at how, you know, sensitive and creative it actually brings out in you. You know, for writing and drawing, it has over 1,024 sensitivity pressure points. So
wow.
It really gives you the ability to express everything in the finest detail. You know, what we've done is we've made it slightly thicker than we did before, so you can hold on to it a little bit better. We've also incorporated a new rubber tip onto the device. And the real great thing about the S Pen is that you won't lose it.
Why?
Well, we've actually built in a little alarm, so the device will let you know if you've left it on the table and walked off.
Ah, smart. I like that.
So,
Nice.
so what we've done is we've really looked at nature and taken human nature into account.
Very, very nice. So another big change that we have is the screen. It's gone from 5.3 to 5.5 inches.
Yeah. So, you know, what we did is that we shaved a few little millimeters off the bezel, and we made it slightly narrow and a little bit taller, so it fits into your hands so much better.
You have to agree that the technology behind this is nothing short of amazing, right? Right? A round of applause? Thank you.
Yeah. It really is truly engineering from a human perspective. So when we look at the 5.5-inch display, you really see more at a glance than you will when you look at any other device. It makes that whole experience so much more visual and more creative. You can see more, you can do more, and you can be more productive. So to put this in perspective, you're not just getting an extra row of icons. You're getting a whole you're getting a whole lot more in your spreadsheets too.
Craig, we won't mention more about that. It's a little bit of a paradox, though, isn't it? Because the more features you have, the more your battery runs out. So then the less you're able to do.
Yeah, that definitely is a symptom of our digital mobile age that we're in. And we also took that into account when designing the Galaxy Note 2. So it comes with a 3100 milliamp battery. And on top of that, we've also tweaked the power management features. So on a single charge, you should get through a full day.
Okay, now, this is what I do best, and I guess most of the female members of the audience tonight.
Yeah.
Multitasking. What I like about this is that it can do more than one thing at the same time.
Sure, it's a very talented device. And unlike some of us males, the Note 2 does not struggle with it and takes it in its stride, really. So, you know, the fact is that it's not just running multiple applications in the background, as most people understand multitasking. We have a technology called multi-window. And what it does is you can actually split the screen in two and run two applications at exactly the same time. There's also a shortcut menu that comes up, and you can quickly bring up different applications by splitting the screen in that space. And if you want to make one of those apps a little bit bigger and go full screen, you can do that as well. So the shortcut menu can also be moved around. So you can have it on the left, on the top, on the right, on the bottom, wherever you like.
Can you give us an example of how you'd use multi-window in practice?
Sure. So let's say, for example, you are chatting to somebody on Facebook. You can actually make some thought notes for yourself on the side as well. Or for example, right now, I've got the presentation and I'm on Google.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Look, the great thing is that it's instantaneous, and you can switch from one app to another without any lag whatsoever. You know, finally, we've got a device with a processor fast enough to think as fast as we do. You know, that's really revolutionary, and we need tools in our lives that can keep up with us.
Craig, I'm glad to hear that, because I, quite frankly, find it difficult myself to keep up with the vast amount of information that rules our lives these days. I mean, there's so much of it, and it's so difficult to stay on top of it all.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the amount of information that we do get exposed to is really overwhelming. And the designers of the Galaxy Note were thinking about that as well. You know, how many times have you been looking for something on your device and you just can't find it? You've got to open up your email and go into a folder and into a subfolder, and it just becomes very difficult to find. Now, all you need to do is use AirPlay. What AirPlay does, it's a terrific feature that lets you look inside a folder without actually having to open it.
How does that work?
Well, it comes down to the power of the S Pen once again. You just take the pen out and you hover it over the application that you're looking for, and a little window will pop up and show you what's inside. So take S Planner, for example. You know, most scheduling programs today covered key details like, you know, meeting request, telephone number, etc. But you actually got to click on that meeting to see the detail inside.
Yes.
With the S Pen, all you have to do is hover over, and it provides a clear view with that through AirView.
It's quite remarkable. Can you use AirView for your photos and for email?
Most definitely. So, well, on email, what you've got to do is you just hold it over the headers, and it's actually going to show you a preview of some key information in that space as well. On photographs, you know, basically on the photo gallery, you can hold it over, and it'll give you a preview of the photos inside of that file. The amazing thing is it works with video too. So,
Okay.
you know, I'm sure most of the audience here love watching movies in their spare time. And what this does is it allows you to move along the track, and it actually gives you a preview window of what is to come in the movie. Now, you just slide the S Pen over the track, and you press down at the point that you want the movie to jump to. Now, the great thing is that, you know, when you're trying to show somebody that funny part in the YouTube clip, you can't get there fast enough. So what happens here is you can actually get to the right point. Or if you want to show somebody that home movie where a kid is doing that really cute little thing, sure.
I like that. Okay, now, tell me about, is this what it sounds like? Pop-up note. Is it a note that pops up?
Yeah, right. So what we've done is that Samsung have also thought about the little and not so little challenges that we face in life. And, you know, how many times do you want to jot something down really quickly and you just can't find that pen and piece of paper?
That's my life in a nutshell.
Sure. So what it is we've introduced pop-up notes, and it even works when you're on the phone. All you've got to do is pull the S Pen out, tap the screen twice, and a little note will pop up, and you can actually take notes that are then referenced to that phone call as well.
That's rather convenient. And then there's something called pop-up video.
Well, you know, this is a feature that we introduced on the S3, and we enhanced it on the 10.1 as well, that we introduced a little bit later on this year. It really lets you watch an HD video while you're doing other things, like checking what your friends are doing on Facebook. So the video can be resized and moved around so that it doesn't cover up what you're looking on the screen.
I like this idea about the smartphone and not having to wait for things for too long. It's called Quick Command.
Yeah. Really, it's about making your life more simple, more flexible, and putting that intelligence, that speed into the device. So what Quick Command is it's a feature that lets you do different things by accessing them quickly and getting things more done. What you have to do is take out the S Pen and just scroll upwards on the device. And what then happens is that it gives you a Quick Command feature, so you can initiate an email just with the @ sign, and type the person's name with your handwriting. It's really easy to manage, and you can also look at phone settings and a whole lot of other things in that space as well.
Would this be customizable?
100% customizable. So literally, if you decide that you want a squiggle or a question mark to represent something specific to you, like searching for the weather, it will actually do that for you as well.
That's rather incredible. Now, before we carry on, I'd like to introduce our artist here tonight, Gerard Kruiwagen, who will be assisting us in demonstrating how incredible this device works. Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, give them around.
So, it's quite clear to me that the Galaxy Note 2 is a tool for creative expression. And as you say, it's about being creative all the time and making the most of your thoughts and ideas. And that's where Idea Sketch comes in.
No, very much so, Zareta. It's actually not just a smartphone. I like to think of it as a production line for creativity, an idea factory of sorts. As soon as you take out the S Pen, it automatically gives you a set of applications that you can use in S-Note templates to express yourself. So Idea Sketch works perfectly with S-Note, and you can basically look at putting visual ideas to express yourself in that space. The S Pen gives you access to over 800 different illustrations for one that associates best with your ideas. If you're artistically inclined, you can also create your own or augment your own and put it into the folder to be used at a later date. So let's not take my word for it. Let's have a look at what Gerard is doing over there. So he's doing a food search for some pictures of food, moving it around to where he wants it to be on the screen. He's now changing his pencil to a brush. What's he drawing? Okay.
Someone eating sushi.
Yeah.
That's quite incredible.
Oh,
So anyone can be an artist.
Okay.
Ah,
fantastic.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Really
Very
good.
nice.
Very cool.
Very cool and intuitive. Now tell me about EasyClip. This is a new and improved version.
Yeah, most definitely. So we introduced EasyClip last year and on the Galaxy Note, but it's really for when you're viewing a web page or a PDF document and you quickly want to capture a portion of the picture that you're viewing. So no problem, pull out the S Pen, trace around the image that you want, and that image will automatically be cut and you can paste it anywhere. So let's have a look at this in action here. So he's got a picture of the Note 2 launch. You can see at the bottom there's a row of icons, and any one of those icons you can actually paste it to. So he's chosen Sketch Note. And it's already automatically pasted there. Moved it around, resized it.
Could you paste that anywhere?
Anywhere. Changing the background. What's he going to do for us now? Oh, I've seen those before. That's another one. Another face.
It's a happy face.
She's got a big chin, eh?
I think he's excited about something.
Keep it tidy. Fantastic.
Nice.
Thanks, Gerard. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
now,
so really, I mean, an example of that as well is if you, want to send somebody a portion of a picture as well,
Yes.
you can paste it in a mail. All you got to do is type in the email address and hit send, and off you go.
I love
So,
that.
yeah.
So easy. So easy. Even I can do it. Okay, now I've heard about the S Planner. Is this like a digital diary?
Well, Zoraida, it's actually more than just a digital diary. I think a lot of us out there in the past used to carry around these big, bulky diaries, and, I had my life in that thing. As I'm sure most of
My
us have.
mother-in-law still does. Yeah.
No, sure. So, much of our lives have changed these days, and there's still something very convenient and appealing about writing down something on a piece of paper. So, meeting notes, or just to remember to pick up some bread and milk on the way home. Isn't quite that easy with modern devices. That's why we also created the S Pen. It really recaptures that spontaneity and the spontaneous use of an old pen and paper, and empowers us to use the best in mobile technology today.
Yes. I can see a lot of people making that shift. So tell me about the note and how it works with email.
So it works really well, and the handwriting function we introduced on the Note last year, we've enhanced significantly, and you can directly input your thoughts in that way, and it feels natural and personal. Your words just flow as if you're writing on a piece of paper. You can also sketch or draw a map, and you can add personalized things in there. You can even sign your own personal signature at the end of an email now. The really interesting thing is that we have a device that is firmly rooted in the 21st century, but yet takes us back to a craft that goes back centuries, the craft of handwriting.
So an ancient craft with modern applications. Craig, tell me about the apps that are being developed right now for the S Pen. This is probably quite an exciting field for the mobile software developers out there.
No, most definitely. So, we've been working really closely with a number of partners, globally as well as locally, to really strengthen the app ecosystem. And we've released our SDKs 2.2 for the S Pen as a development kit, yeah?
And tell me about Paper Artist.
Well, I really love this app, but
That comes standard now?
yeah, it comes preloaded on the device. Let's have a look at what Gerard's going to do on Paper Artist there for us. It really allows you to play around with a lot of textures and get a lot of depth in that space. I see Cape Town there.
Only the most beautiful city in the world.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. Okay. Not chosen the pencil. Paintbrush. Wow.
You have different size paintbrushes that you could use.
What's he doing now?
The cable car.
Oh, yes. Has to be the cable car. Okay, Cape Doctor's coming in. Be careful.
Needs some wind.
Yeah, wow. It really is. So, it's just really a simple way of showing you how you can be creative with the Galaxy Note 2. We've also launched 46 applications that are specifically designed around the S Pen. And we've got a lot of interest from local developers in South African community, and we've already started building integrated S Pen applications. And it comes pre-installed with Sketchbook up on the back screen there, Moleskine, Drawmania, and the like as well.
That's great. So it's a smartphone. How do we make it smarter? Tell us what's happening with the accessory department.
So, we've got a number of accessories that fit into that space. So the standard flip covers protective pouches, extra battery kits, docking stations, audio docks. We've really designed them around the Galaxy Note 2 to make them even more versatile, better looking, more powerful and smart.
Craig, thank you very much. This has been insightful and delightful. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoraida. It's been an absolute pleasure. I would just like to thank everybody for listening. Sorry, there we go.
Samsung Galaxy Note 2. Be creative.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be here with you. As a magician, I live to be creative. I look at and experience the world very, very differently from most people. Allow me to demonstrate. I have here some money, a few notes. That's 100, 200, 300, 400 rand. Watch very, very carefully. 4 notes right before your very eyes. 1, 2, 3, now. Usually people applaud, but I guess stunned silence is acceptable. That's 2, that's 4, that's 6, and that's 800 rand. I know what some of you are thinking. Could I do that with your money? Perfect. Well, the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 truly is a magical device with so many amazing features. I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Justin Hume, who's the marketing director for mobile here at Samsung Electronics South Africa. I met him earlier and I took a picture of his business card. The quality is amazing, almost as if I could reach in and take out the card. Watch. And that look on your face is priceless. It's called astonishment. Now, balloons are associated with creativity. I've got something really fun to show you. Watch very carefully. That's not fun, that's just hard work for now, but we're getting there. Now, when we take a tool that's creative, a creativity tool, and we combine it with a device that allows us to be creative, we can make the impossible possible. Watch. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we'd like to invite Ms. Charlene Manilal, Head of Product, and Justin Hume, Head of Marketing Mobile Solutions, to introduce yet another innovative product.
Hey, Justin. Thank you, Zoraida. Good evening, everybody. Let me get a little closer to you. Introducing Samsung's Galaxy camera. Justin and I are really excited to be able to introduce to you a new product in the Samsung family. It is a breakthrough in mobile digital technology and coupled with the power of creative expression.
Thanks, Charlene, and good evening to everyone here. It's absolutely an honor and a privilege to be able to share this evening with you. So we live in a world of smart devices, and I think you'd agree with me that they seem to be getting smarter and smarter all the time. They're portable, they're powerful, they're personal, and they're capable of improving our lives in really magical ways. They can change the way that we actually view our world, and more importantly, they allow us to communicate that view with others.
100%. More than ever before, sharing has become a means of communication, and smart devices now allow us to share beyond voice and data. We can share in more powerful ways than words. Today we share via pictures.
Moving pictures, still pictures, pictures that capture emotion and even capture time. Now, since the invention of the photographic process, about 180 odd years ago, our understanding and knowledge of this technology and how it applies to our everyday life has been expanding. And I think tonight we're looking to take a giant leap forward into a whole new world of photographic possibilities.
Not just a whole new world, Justin, but a whole new galaxy. As a brand that understands its customers, we have been listening closely to what consumers have been saying about what they want from their mobile devices. And what we're hearing is that there's a great demand for the ability to take high-quality, professional images, have the ability to do editing, and to share seamlessly.
So we've locked onto that demand that Charlene was talking about, and we've taken features that exist on a camera and combined them with that of a smartphone, and smartphone features that don't exist on a camera, and put those together. And I think we're very pleased to have bridged a massive gap within the market to allow you to take photographs, customize communications, and to really achieve instant gratification through the sharing of those experiences, literally anywhere, anytime.
So if I'm reading you correctly, Justin, what you're saying is that we've created a whole new camera category, one with Wi-Fi and 3G connectivity. A smarter, more creative camera for a smarter, more creative world.
So imagine our surprise. Sitting in our office one probably Monday morning, we get this call from our headquarters in Korea. Chaps, great news for you. We've got the best product coming out here. We've got a smartphone, and we've got a camera, and we've put the two together. And the stunned silence was just, you know, you could hear a pin drop. I mean, so what was great about that, what we failed to appreciate was that we'd taken digital imaging, a still camera, and actually brought in the very best of smartphone technology. So after about a day of exploring this, having an in-depth workshop around the product, we absolutely fell in love with it. We believe it's the next best thing since sliced bread, so to speak, and we hope you feel the same way after this evening. I believe it's going to change the way that we look at smartphones, the way that we look at cameras, and in fact, potentially, even the way we view our world on a day-to-day basis. So I'd like to take you through a couple of the features of the Galaxy camera. And I think to start off with, it's important to note that it's operating off Android's 4.1 operating system, Jelly Bean, so that's a great plus. And we've combined that with Samsung's quad-core processor. So no matter what you're looking to achieve, you can do it seamlessly and effortlessly.
So the outstanding features of the Galaxy camera can be summed up in 4 categories: shoot, share, enjoy, and edit. Let's talk a little bit about the sharing part first. The Galaxy camera is the only camera in the world that allows you to be connected wherever you are. It ensures that you have connectivity via Wi-Fi and 3G. This means that you can do everything directly from your camera. That means you can shoot, share, upload, and even post to your favorite social network.
So another great feature that it's got is called Samsung Share Shot. Okay. Now, I defy you, after you've had a couple of drinks later on tonight, go say that 3 times quickly. Samsung Share Shot. And really, the easiest way to visualize it is, in my mind, to think about those painful, painstaking group photographs. So, we were chatting a bit earlier on, it reminded me of a story a couple of weeks back. So Craig, who you met earlier on, decides, listen, we're going off for a little team build. Okay, so the team goes away, we go have the day out, and he decides we're going to get a group photograph for posterity's sake, to celebrate the achievements and the like. So begrudgingly, we collect the clan, and we all come stand there, we're there, and you know how it goes. I'm sure you've done it before. You smile, and they take 5 minutes to set up the shot, but you smile. And finally it's done. As you're about to break, somebody goes, no, I want it on my smartphone, so you smile, right? They've just done that, and then another genius decides, I also want to share it on Facebook and take a photograph. And the next second, you've got a face that feels like cement, okay? So with the Galaxy cameras Share Shot, that's a thing of the past. Literally, you take one photograph, and you have the ability to share that with multiple devices simultaneously, or instantly.
You could even use the auto-upload feature that allows you to save directly to the cloud. This not only gives you peace of mind, but it allows your friends and your family to be able to share your fun when you're having it, but be able to access your photographs whenever, wherever they are.
So that brings us to the shoot segment. Okay. So the Samsung Galaxy camera has a 21 times optical zoom. Now, for those of you who are familiar with camera technology, I'm sure you would agree with me that an optical zoom is far superior to a digital zoom in most cases. So it's a 100% glass lens, and that allows us to really look at taking photographs of distant objects, getting that in perfect clarity, and then when we're trying to edit that photograph back on either the camera or our PC, we utilize the digital zoom to allow us to crop right in and get perfect pictures on those tight-up, close-up shots.
So everybody wants their photographs to look professional these days. With the Galaxy camera, that is an ideal that's fast becoming a reality. We call this feature Smart Pro. The Galaxy camera has the ability to take professional photographs, but without the big camera and the lens. All you need is a few quick taps on the screen to access one of the 10 pre-embedded Smart Pro modes. And there are no lessons required, there's no practice required, and thankfully for me, no fiddling with the settings. Just tap the scene that you want to capture, and the Galaxy camera does the rest.
So I'd like to pick up on that theme of professionalism. So for those who know me, I'm a horrific photographer. I really, it's shocking. But in fact, a little story. Went with my wife up to the Vic Falls in Zimbabwe a couple of months back. And for those of you who know Zimbabwe, or from Zimbabwe, have been to Vic Falls, you know that it's majestic. It is an absolutely beautiful piece of this African continent. And anyway, we spent about a week there and had a lot of fun. But every day, pulled out my little camera, took pictures of this falls, and we got back to South Africa and decided, listen, we want to share this with friends and family. Pulled out the pics and the like, and far be it from a postcard sort of hallmark moment, okay? I think all that came out from my pictures was a bunch of rocks with what looked like a pool of water, okay? A dismal failure of that. It lacked all that emotion, that steam rising up, the water droplets flicking out there, that cascading of the water. So the Galaxy camera allows you to become that professional without the training behind it. It's got waterfall trace mode, which automatically softens the image. It almost creates a watercolor-like painting effect of the waterfall environment. And it gives you, again, that professional shot. There's no requirement for you to understand how to set the aperture, how to understand color temperature, or even how to set the shutter speed.
That's really cool, Justin. But what about fast-moving subjects? I find it really challenging to be able to capture motion with my mobile device. But with the Galaxy camera, it's really easy. The action freeze mode allows you to easily take photographs of even the fastest-moving subjects. There's something called light trace mode, which allows you to take stunning images of night shots of cars whizzing by with the taillights. So there's also something called blue sky mode. How often have you taken a photograph of the sky only to discover later that it looks completely washed? This mode ensures that that never happens. The sky will always render perfectly.
But let's face it, Charlene, when taking a photograph, most of the time, what you're focusing on is faces. And in our case here, it's a feature called best face. So let's go back to that little scenario. We're posing again for the group shot. You know, we're standing there. We've spent our 5 minutes setting it up, smiling. And, you know, we're ready to go, and Charlene blinks. She turns her head. You know, that happens, and it just ruins the entire picture. What do? You end up recomposing and taking, going back into that situation. Well, with Best Face, it's a feature that eradicates that. What it allows you to do is literally go back in time, okay, and open eyes, replace an expression or replace a smile on a photograph that's already been taken. Through a combination of lightning fast burst shots and facial recognition features, you simply look at the image that you've taken, you tap on the face that's blinking or turned the other way, and you tap it again, and the camera replaces it with the very next best shot that was taken literally moments before the button came down. So I think you agree with me. I mean, that is the face of the future, and it is changing fast.
That's true. But sometimes for me, Justin, I just want to slow it down a little, right? The Galaxy camera is not just about great still shots. It supports full HD recording, and it has a unique feature called slow motion video. What that means is that it allows you to shoot video in wide VGA picture quality at 120 frames per second. The clinch here is that it does it in slow motion. So when you play it back, you don't lose any of the picture quality that you would have on other devices.
And now talking about taking it slow, the enjoy section. All right, we've had a discussion around playback, and with the Galaxy camera, you don't have to wait until you get home to review that photograph that you've taken or the video. The Galaxy camera's 4.8-inch HD super clear touch display is what camera displays were meant to be. It's an ultra-sharp 308 pixels per inch and has the full spectrum of glorious colors. On top of that, the new White Magic technology allows you to double the screen's brightness with basically no impact on the battery capacity. And finally, to top it all off, I mean, you can go and view those images in 16:9 aspect ratio TV style. I think that's pretty perfect.
That is pretty perfect. So we've looked at share, shoot, and enjoy. Let's look at edit now. The Galaxy camera has a smart content manager to help you manage all that great content that you've created. You can use it to quickly and easily organize your photographs, and when you need to find something, you can easily set up a search based on time or location. You can view your images in a variety of ways, including spiral and timeline, and you can create folders, delete folders, drag and drop. You can do virtually anything with them.
This is the future of photography, ladies and gentlemen, and it's looking good. Our focus as a brand is on smart technologies that simplify the lives of our consumers and emphasize the ease of use, focusing on product design and leadership in that category. It's a kind of convenience that we rely on for that leadership, and as we seek to understand our African consumer through research and development, we're going to continue to look to bring this type of innovative product to the market.
100%, Justin. So the Galaxy camera is a perfect example of this. It is a hybrid device that bridges a fundamental gap in the market. It is the future of converged technology. It opens up a whole new world of possibilities and a whole new galaxy of opportunities to share, shoot, and edit all the stories that we want to tell.
So, it comes to that part of the evening where I think you would probably get to know Samsung a little bit. You probably anticipate that we would do this. We always keep something up our sleeve, a little bit extra to have a chat about, and tonight is really no exception. Now, Samsung has been a key partner with a number of other big companies around the globe, and as you might know, Microsoft is launching its brand new Windows 8 platform over the next couple of weeks. Yeah, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. And Samsung is a key partner with Microsoft as part of our total ecosystem and total operating system philosophy to ensure that we have a product for every customer in this market. We announced a full range and lineup of devices at the IFA event in Berlin a couple of weeks back, and tonight I'm actually particularly pleased to be able to introduce to you the very first Samsung Windows 8 smartphone. So ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the Samsung ATIV-S Windows smartphone.
The Samsung A2S is a premium smartphone that delivers the live tiles experience of Windows Phone 8. It comes with a fast dual-core processor and a 4.8-inch HD Super AMOLED display. Wow. And yet, it's just 8.7 millimeters thin. That, considering that it has a 2300 milliamp battery. What's even more amazing for me is that even with its slim profile and outstanding mobility, it is fully integratable with Microsoft Office. And users can enjoy the seamless integration into the Microsoft ecosystem, making it equally capable at work and play. More information about the Windows Phone 8 will be released in the coming weeks. But this is not new for us. Samsung has been making Windows-based smartphones for years. That said, we're really excited about working with this new operating system that perfectly combines our device with the existing ecosystem.
So ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it from us, the end of the formal presentations. I thank you again on behalf of Samsung Electronics for spending your evening here with us. It's not quite over yet, but from my side, it's been an absolute pleasure, and enjoy the evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of our creative journey. Not for Samsung, though, because as you've noticed, they continue to be creative. So it's now your time to shine. Time for your creative juices to start flowing. So please make your way to the refreshment zone and the experience zone, where you can play with the tools. You can play with the Galaxy camera. You can play with the Note 2 and the ATEV, but on one condition: that you be creative. Thank you and good night.